Good morning, guys. My name is Richard Warrington. I own Mr. Guns Firearms right here in Cave Creek, Arizona. And I haven't made a video in a while, so I wanted to get back into it. Just took a little break, wanted to see what the analytics were like, and if anybody's even watching my videos. If you've seen my previous series on how to become an FFL, I just shared a little bit of information about my journey and what it took for me to become an FFL, what I've been doing since I've been an FFL. And that includes the SOT side of things. So if you haven't seen those videos, please go back, check them out, like and subscribe. You've seen the wall in my shop before. I get a lot of unique stuff. I got a set me that's like brand new. This is an unfired SR9 HK, so stuff like that. I get a lot of machine guns. We're starting at Mr. Machine Guns here this fall, which is basically our machine gun club where you can come and shoot machine guns on a regular basis for a flat fee. And bring your guests, your family, whomever. So we've got a lot of things going on right now that I'd like to share with you going forward. So today, what I wanted to do is I wanted to get out some of the great revolvers that I have here in the shop. Some of the stories that I share with people, like they just can't believe the collections I come across, or the collectors that come in and bring me their cherished firearms to sell for them, because they've enjoyed them for years. They've had them in the safe, it's an investment at the same time. So I get a lot of Smith and Wesson stuff in here. My dad was a big Smith and Wesson collector. We shot our Smith and Wessons. The guns from the 50s through, I want to say, like the 90s were fantastic guns. And if you've never shot one, pretty much everybody's familiar with like Dirty Harry, right? So the Dirty Harry gun was a model 29, 44 Magnum, 6-inch barrel. That's a very recognizable gun. And a lot of the guns that you'll see from Smith and Wesson they're very distinctive in their design. They have, they're either massive, piece of steel, stainless, big, heavy frame, nice wood grips, great bluing, or stainless steel or nickel guns. And I'm so fortunate that I get to see all of that in my shop. I have my personal favorites. I will still buy Smith and Wessons. Thankfully, I know enough about them to be able to share with whomever's interested in coming in and checking out what we have, because there are a lot of different models, and they can go from model 17 to model 629 to model 581, and every single model has its own kind of, individual personality, if you will, from the frame to the non-fluted cylinders to the grip material. So let's take a look at what I got in here right now. I go to auctions online. I participate in Rock Island auction fairly often. A lot of beautiful guns, really incredible shotguns and historical guns. And so you get to see a lot of guns in one place. For instance, the last auction was 36 pages of firearms. That's crazy. Rather than going to a gun show and walking around all day long and smelling like hot dogs and bad coffee. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather just sit down at my computer and go, that looks nice, that looks nice. I'm looking for one of those. I'd really like to have one of those. I'll bid on that. And, at the end of the day, the end of the auction, sometimes it's a big surprise. And it's a great surprise because, like the last auction that I participated in, I got a couple of things that I didn't even think I was going to get. Go in, put your bid in, bada bing, bada boom, auction's over, you get your email, you get your gun. So one of the guns that I picked up at this last auction was this beautiful nickel. They do great polishing, man. I mean, this gun is pinned and recessed. That's what that means. If you ever see pinned and recessed on a Smith & Wesson listing, that's exactly what it means. Insert the barrel, put the pin in it. This is a model 25.5. The models are listed inside the cylinder. The serial number and the model is right there on the frame, okay? So you open the cylinder, and you get all the information you need right there. Has these nice big target grips. This is what's known as a target hammer. It's nice and wide and fat for your finger. Target trigger, nice and wide and fat for your finger. These guns had the firing pin mounted directly to the hammer. These are okay to dry fire, okay? That's the firing pin. Great action. Again, I'm gonna put this down. I'm gonna show everybody this is unloaded, and I'm gonna dry fire this. Double action, nice and smooth. Single action, light pull. Beautiful gun, heavy, weighs almost 3 pounds. 44, this is a 45 long Colt. This is not the 44 Magnum, I apologize. It's the same frame, right? So they would make 41 Magnum, they'd make 44 Magnum, and they'd make 45 long Colt in this same frame. Great gun, beautiful gun. Great to collect. This is gonna be worth exactly what you paid for it, if not moving forward for a long time. These guns were about 200 bucks brand new. Okay, next gun from one of my collectors. Looks almost the same, right? This is a model 629. So the previous gun was a 25.5. This is a model 629. So after the model 29, the Dirty Harry gun, they started producing these. It's a little bit smaller. It's all stainless. Same grips. This is a 4-inch barrel. Red ramp. Pinned and recessed. Remember to look for that when you're looking at your Smith & Wessons. If you want a beautiful Smith & Wesson handgun and it's pinned and recessed, those are the most desirable guns to have in your collection. Early or late, doesn't matter. The 629 turned into the 629 variants. This is a mountain gun. I don't know what it is about these stupid things. I never had one when I was a kid. My dad never had one. He didn't like 44 Magnum. I love 44 Magnum. This is a big honking gun. This is what guys used to take when they go fly fishing, just in case they ran into a bear. So, open up the cylinder, clear. Same thing, model 629 right in there. And then what they had on the barrels of these guns was called flame etching. If you look in the right light, you can see right there, it says mountain gun. Pencil barrel, so it's tapered. It's a lighter barrel. So the 25.5 has a solid, big, heavy barrel all the way down. Mountain gun's got a tapered barrel. That's what I think is cool about this. Big, huge ramp, right? Target hammer. Non-target trigger. Like, honestly, you're just supposed to fill this with hot 44, and if you ran into a bear, you just let him have it. Like, all of it. But these guns are fantastic. Again, really nice, smooth action. Gun is empty. I'm going to work the action. Double action. Nice and smooth. Big heavy gun like this. My wife shoots this. My wife's a little teeny tiny thing. You don't have to shoot really hot loads in it. You can get 44 special and shoot it in this. You don't have to shoot 44 Magnum. Ammunition's not really cheap. However, it's still 44 Magnum. You can brag that you can shoot a 44 Magnum. I'm going to keep going on the Smiths right now. This is a 686, but Smith & Wesson came out with the L frame. This is 6-inch. Now, if you'll notice about this gun is not pinned and recessed. However, it does not have what's referred to as the Hillary hole. There's no lock in this gun. Non-fluted, right? These are fluted. Non-fluted cylinder. This is more of a target gun. Very, very easy to control. 357 Magnum, shoot 38 special in it all day. 6-round capacity. This is a 686-6. Sorry, 686-3. Target sights, target hammer, non-target trigger, all stainless. Great gun, Hogue grips. Very collectible. This gun is not cheap. These guns are 1,600 bucks. Non-fluted cylinder is rare, and it looks cool. What do we got here? Smith & Wesson. This is another 357. This is a model 25. You don't see too many of these. This gun is very clean. This is an older gun. Again, pinned and recessed. Get a lot of collectors' guns in here. What do we want? We want the best. We want the best ones that collectors want. Model 25. I incorrectly told you this is 357. This is a 38 gun. You can't shoot 357 in a 38 gun, but you can shoot 38 in a 357 gun. Wad cutters, right? You can shoot lead out of these guns. Great gun. Great action. Coke bottle grips. The little indentation right here is to use speed loaders. So when you kick this out, drop your next round in there out of a speed loader, and you're shooting again. L-frame. All right, this is the 22. This is a Model 17. They call these K7, they call these a masterpiece. This is a 22. My mom used to shoot these in competition. Again, full-size gun. 22, can you imagine? There is no recoil with this gun. Very desirable. Super clean example. And what is it? Pinned and recessed. Big target sight in the front. Adjustable target sights in the rear. Great action. Empty gun. This has snap caps in it, so I'm going to go ahead and roll it through double action. Fantastic. Next one. There's a guy named Dr. Tom Ford here, and he is the Smith and Wesson Action Specialist. You send him your Smith and Wesson, he's going to go through the whole thing. He's going to take it all apart. He's going to make it nice and smooth. He's going to hit it with a machine. He's going to hit it with a polish. He's going to, with a stone. He's going to make all the parts blend together. This gun came from a competitive shooter. Gun is empty. This is a Model 66-7. Real short ejector tube. It's been sleeved. Not flagging you, bro. And again, this gun, okay, so this is a later example. Right here, over the cylinder release, you can see the Hillary hole, they call it. This is for the lock. And this is basically one of the things that saved Smith and Wesson because they were going to go out of business. They had to get into the safety side of the business in order for them not to get sued into oblivion. Again, very smooth gun. This is a gun, empty. This is a gun that you can shoot rapidly, okay? 357 Magnum, take this into competition. You're gonna shoot some wad cutters through it. Huge difference when you get these action jobs done to these Smiths. Couple more. We got the little ones now. I got another beautiful nickel gun. The owner of this gun brought it to me. He's got so many Smiths, it's crazy. What is it? Pinned and recessed. This is a Model 36. This is a Chief's Special. So this would be like a fancy cop gun. All the information right down there in the frame, just like it is on any other one. Try not to point it at myself. Really pretty gun. All the nickel. So when they did these nickel jobs, they had to copper the gun first and then nickel plate it to get it to stick. Pretty cool. This is a great gun. Box and papers, silver box. These are cool, the older boxes. If you can find these guns with all this stuff, buy it, okay? Fantastic investment. And a great little gun. You can go and shoot this gun. Nothing's gonna happen to it. You just be nice to them, clean them, polish them, stick them back in the safe. And I got one more little one for you. So Colts had detective specials. Smith & Wesson had the 36. This is a little 36. The other 36 I just showed you is a 4-inch. This is a 2.5-inch. Isn't that great? I did a video, and what is it? Sorry to keep rubbing it in. Pinned and recessed, man. We look for that across all the platforms with Smith & Wessons. This is a ladies' gun. This is a perfect ladies' gun. I did an episode, a video about why you shouldn't buy your wife. Where is it? There's one in here somewhere. Don't buy her one of these. This is a 442. This is a Model 36. This is a backup gun for a cop. This is a gentleman's or a lady's everyday carry. Conceal carry. Stick this in your purse. You're gonna know when you have this gun on you. This gun is empty. Remember what we talked about before? Firing pins on the hammer. Dry fire is okay. Easy double action. Nice and smooth. Nice and smooth. Awesome gun. When these little guns come in here, it's hard for me to not take them home because they're so pretty and they're so long-term valuable. These guns were cheap. I want to say this gun was probably like 125 bucks when it was brand new. This gun's worth $1,100. Hello. And I got one more for you. It's not a Smith & Wesson. I'm going to show you the big bad Colt Anaconda just because it measures up, you know. Colt is owned by CZ now. It's not in Hartford anymore. They don't use the old tooling, yada, yada, yada. But this is an Anaconda. This is a 44 Magnum. Holy smokes. Giant gun. Double action, single action, empty. I don't know. I like the old ones. I like the original ones. Double action, nice and smooth. Single action, easy, quick pull. This is a little bit much to put on your chest to carry when you go fly fishing. I mean, this thing weighs like 3 pounds, man. You just clonk them over the head if you run out of ammo. Anyway, my name is Rich. I own Mr. Guns Firearms right here in Cave Creek, Arizona. I got some fantastic collections. Keep coming back. I'll keep showing you all kinds of great guns. I've got a TAC 338 that was made the same time as Chris Kyle over here. I've got MP5 SDs. You name it. Come back. You'll see it. I'll demonstrate it. We'll shoot it. You'll go to the range with us. Thanks for watching my video. Like and subscribe. Keep coming back.